Hey guys, it's Tracy from TMC Coaching, and you are watching a live episode of From the Garage. I know you're thinking it's been a while. I just got back from vacation with my family. We had an amazing time. Left one of my daughters up at college, and I know she's going to do have an amazing semester. Well, I'm glad to be back, and thank you for joining me on this episode of From the Garage as we get back into the routine. That's probably uppermost in your mind. Probably uppermost in the minds of your children as they get back into school, and whether you're homeschooling or your kids have the privilege of getting in and interacting in a public school setting or a private school setting, back to school means back to routine. Coming back from a vacation means getting back into the routine. And me tonight, I'm wore out. I got back into the routine after being on vacation, coming back and getting back into the routine of working out and exercising. Oh, you think, why do you do this to your body? Why did I ever get out of my routine? It certainly is frustrating when you're looking at getting back into the routine. You wonder, why did you ever get out of the routine in the first place? Well, getting back into the routine, your routine or mine, it's difficult, not impossible. It does take discipline, not magic. But we feel so bad when we do get out of routine, isn't that right? Well, I know I feel bad when I get out of the routine of exercising, spent some time vacationing away from the treadmill, away from elliptical machines, away from weights and sweating and so forth, and away from other people in the gym. Getting back into the routine is important, however. And I've jotted down 4 things that I want us to consider real quickly before I leave you to your Monday evening. First, remember this. You were once in a routine. So when you're feeling bad about getting out of your routine, remember this. It's okay, relax. You were once in a routine. You have to be in a routine to get out of routine. So here's what I know. Anything you've done once, usually you can repeat. So don't feel so bad because you got out of routine. Understand this. One time you never had a routine to get out of. At least you have a routine to get out of, and now you can get back into that routine. So it's okay. Settle down and relax. The second thing I think is important to remember when you're getting back into the routine of things is this, that you've only taken a brief detour from the routine. You haven't left the routine altogether. You haven't left the path. Maybe yours was a summer break. COVID came around and you had to take a break from doing business this way, and now as things are relinquishing their grip upon you and your business, now you're able to do things a little bit back to normal, as it were. That's okay. You didn't leave the path altogether. You just took a longer detour, and that's okay. Sometimes it's important to do that. The third thing I wrote down is this. A break in the routine is so critical. Here's why. Because it allows you to refocus, it allows you to re-examine, and it allows you to refresh your why behind doing it at all. Whatever your routine is, why is it frustrating to you to get back into it? Could be that there's something in your routine that's really not worth getting back into. Something about your routine that you might be able to pass it off to somebody else and delegate that responsibility to somebody else if you're not into that part of the routine. Over vacation, guess what I did? Now, don't tell my oldest son. He is now going to be the guy to mow my lawn. You know how I found that out? While I was away on vacation, he mowed my lawn for me. I found when I got back and getting back into the routine, I'm going to have an extra 2 hours every week. Why? Because he doesn't know it yet, but he's going to become the lawnmower for the Curington household. I'm excited about that. Getting back to the routine allowed me to refocus on some projects, some deadlines, some things that I had going on, and refresh myself about my why, my reason behind doing things. A fourth and final thing that I want to share with you about getting back into the routine of things is this, that you were probably, when you were away out of your routine, you were probably missed by someone. Have you ever been away for a while? Maybe it's your favorite restaurant. You're in there 3 times, 4 times, maybe on a daily basis. And people begin to know you by name. And then when you're away on a vacation, you come back in and they're like, "Hey, Joe, where have you been?" Well, that happened to me on 2 occasions today. Doesn't it make you feel good that you were missed? Getting away, getting out of the routine helps you to understand who's actually watching you. Whose life are you impacting and you didn't even know it, and you wouldn't have known it had you not got out of the routine. An opportunity therein lies for you to invest into their life. This is what I've learned. Taking a break from a routine is absolutely beneficial, critical, and it's worth it. But secondly, also what I've learned is this. Getting back into the rhythm of the routine is equally as worth it. So, if you can't pick up where you left off, start where you are and don't look back. Why? Because that's not the direction you're going anyway. Get back in the routine. It's worth it to get away. It's also worth it to get back. Thanks for joining me today on From the Garage. I look forward to seeing you again on our next episode together. Until then, be well.